Hello again. I thought that this little series here was going to be 4 videos, I think I put in my last video, but it's actually going to be 3, so this is the last one. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, please comment below and let me know. I will probably be doing some more videos on this in the future, and if there's anything specific you want another video on, please comment that below. I don't have a lot of notes on this last year. I did take daily bullet point notes of everything that's happened since then, but I did want to get this video out to you guys and share where I am now and um, how I feel about the stem cell, everything long term. I will give you a bullet point of what has happened in this last year in the improvements, especially in the last few months. So over the past year, I saw a energy healer and Chinese medical practitioner in Arizona for a few months at a time. I was staying in Arizona as well for a while. And then I was seeing my Chinese naturopath here. They do different things, even though they're both Chinese naturopaths. Hain in Arizona did a lot of energy healing, which was huge for me, kind of like a Reiki type of thing, along with acupuncture, some Chinese herbs, but not much. And I had huge emotional releases and detoxing that would occur after these sessions. And that was the first time I noticed huge improvements rapidly with seeing her. My naturopath in the Bay Area is, I also noticed a lot of things, especially with the homeopathic. When I started doing that, like I mentioned before, that was huge. Definitely noticed things slowly coming on, getting better. She does all the things I mentioned before. I have been doing yoga, mild yoga and stretching frequently, not every single day, but typically I do some kind of light stretching daily. Meditation that I put in more recently, healthy eating, which has been something that I've done for years, and I've actually added foods to my diet, which is so exciting to be able to add in a few things here and there. I actually stopped eating meat for a year, not intentionally, but because I wasn't digesting it and it tasted horrible to me. I've never had anything like this in my life. And then my naturopath here in the Bay Area ended up doing a treatment on me with biotherapy, and it was for chicken and eggs, which helped with the absorption of fats and protein. And my BUN levels, bun creatine levels, were really, really low. And so when she did that treatment, I was able, all of a sudden, I started craving meat again after a few of those treatments. And my levels have gone up since then. And also my ferritin levels have gone back up, which is has to do with iron. Spending time outdoors as well, making a point to get outdoors and really just sit and watch nature. I love being outdoors, and I can just sit there and watch things in the backyard or at a lake especially, or somewhere in the trees. That I can do that forever. I love it. I'm also making a point to do things that make me smile, make me happy, whereas before I was focused on survival, which I think you need to be at times, and you get in a cycle of fear and just trying to survive the day, which sometimes that is all you can do. Most of the people who are watching this, or many people who are watching this, probably understand that, but I got so sucked into it that I just was super depressed and had severe anxiety and just couldn't see anything. I didn't even know anything to make me happy a lot of times, but focusing on that and finding those things really has made a huge difference in my life. Currently, I am so happy to say that I am driving again, which is insane because I couldn't even take in the input of the road in all the stimulation just driving as a passenger in the car, maybe even 5 months ago. And to now be able to be driving myself to do errands, to go to appointments, to go see family and friends, just basic things, has been so amazing just to have that independence back again. I've been working part-time from home. I am fortunate to, my family has a family business, and so I'm able to do things, marketing. I do everything from my phone, and I I really enjoy it. It's something that I like doing, putting together like ads and doing some social media posts and things like that has really been great to feel like I'm contributing to something outside of myself and my health. It's great to just be making some of my own money, and contributing is just, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm not wearing headphones and glasses. I have not worn them other than normal sunglasses for normal average person experiences out in the sun. I have a bright light in front of my face. I have all the lights on in this room as bright as possible because I'm filming this at night, because that's just when it ended up happening. And I would not have been able to do this like a few months ago, I think, even maybe like 4 months ago. There's no way.
I realized I forgot to say something very important is that every day I'm still struggling with sensitivities to sound and light and smells. It's my biggest interfering symptom, I would say, other than fatigue. And I definitely still have trouble with language, and if a TV is on, understanding what somebody is saying, or if any noise is on in the background, or even a couple conversations. I honestly, to deal with it, have learned that having a drink really of alcohol really helps with that. Um, if I am going to be with a bunch of people, I know that a lot of people would not agree with this or want to do it themselves, but it is something I do that does help me so that I can live a life around other people. Otherwise, I just kind of keep to myself, or I ask people to turn things off in the background, or if there's other noises going on, I wait until a blender or something is finished going before I ask somebody a question or start a conversation with somebody. So those are kind of ways that I deal with it, but it's still very painful, and I would still say my symptoms to that are between a 6 and a 9 on a daily basis. So definitely something I'm still dealing with.
I try to avoid crowds. It's something that I've learned in taking care of myself, is to not put myself in situations where I'm going to be in a crowded area that's very loud or bright, especially for any extended amount of time, and having an escape route to get out of there. And now that I can drive myself, it's very nice because I can leave when I need to without being like, can you please take me home? Which you shouldn't feel bad about, because that's something that you need, and people are usually, more than happy to help you. But it's just nice to be able to drive. Really, in the last 2 months, I can start to say that I'm just feeling happy, and I'm not super depressed all the time and anxious, and it's just been amazing. I'm in much, much less pain. I'm still having symptoms, but it's so much less severe. I guess my main symptoms are still neurological with the light and sound sensitivities. I really enjoy being by myself, and I've learned that that's okay. And that has been a crucial thing for me, is being okay with where I'm at this moment, and knowing that I am healing. And right now, I just need to nurture myself. And if that's taking time to myself and being alone and not putting myself in those situations, it's okay. And that was something that like flipped for me all of a sudden. Like one day I was just like, I'm okay being alone. It's okay. It's okay that I'm not out there experiencing what other people are doing or what other people want me to be doing, but that I am doing what I need to for myself. And that has been huge. I'm doing household chores and cooking every single one of my meals, which I probably have been doing for the last like 8 months at least. There were still times before that where I would need to ask my mom, or if I was staying with my friend or something, just please, can you help me cook this, because I'm hurting too bad. I can't stand up, or I'm really dizzy right now. I've got really bad vertigo, whatever it was. And I cook at least twice a day. I can bike ride and hike for multiple miles, and love being out, and the hiking is just one of my favorite things to do. I still watch my hips, for one thing, is something that I pull my hip flexors, and so that I still have to watch out for a little bit, and just keep more of a mindful eye on like where my body is at. If I need to slow down at some point, or if one day I'm just not doing that great. There was one day where I did amazing, and I was like powering through. I was like keeping up with my mom, who's in like super good shape and can get through everything, and that was incredible. And then I went like a week later, and I was huffing and puffing, and I was like a fourth of the way that I was the last time, if that even. And I just knew that that day wasn't gonna happen, you know? But I am so grateful for everything that I can get out and do and walk, you know, whereas 2 years ago I couldn't even make it to the bathroom on my own sometimes. So I will take it anytime. And I'm not doing daily detox every day, and that is something that I'm not exactly sure when that stopped, which is interesting because I must have just felt like I didn't need it. And so I just must have started skipping it here and there. And because I wasn't having repercussions from it, I must have just stopped. So I do take baths about every 2 or 3 days. I do a detox bath, mainly just hot water, and sweating is like what I do. And then I've also started doing dips in the pool. It's winter, the pool's like 55 degrees, I think, and so kind of just especially after I get out of the bath, I'll go and dip in the pool and just like get in and like breathe it out, and then like the breathing stops and just like let it settle. It's really good for your immune system, and doing that contrast from hot and cold is also really good for your lymph system. So I've actually really learned to enjoy it, and even sometimes going not even after a bath, just in the morning or whatever, wakes you up, that's for sure. Less brain foggy. Still takes me a while to focus and learn things, like versus before I really got sick, like when I was in high school. But the fact that I'm able to think enough to read and to do this video right now and to work, you know, and get things done and communicate with other people and understand, even though it verbally taking things in is harder for me. So sometimes I have to ask people to repeat things or go like, whoa, I'm sorry, I just totally like blanked out for a second, can you please repeat that? But also like learning that that's okay to do that, because I was so embarrassed before because it's happening all the time, and sometimes I was just so frustrated because somebody repeats something to me multiple times, I just couldn't get it. And so that's just a huge, right there is a great example of showing where I was, because there were some days where I just could not understand the English language. So it was just, that's a huge improvement right there. I've been really looking inward into everything that's happened and digesting everything over the past like 14 years, and just taking time to myself, kind of as I explained before, just spending time alone. I've been spending time meditating and grounding myself, and working with my energy healers on releasing trapped emotions, which there are multiple ways to do this, has been like probably just as helpful as anything else that I've done. None of this on its own has been, I don't think, more helpful than other things. I really do think that it's been a group effort of various different things that I've mentioned all coming together to work together to help me heal with this. Positive thinking and gratitude, again, kind of goes into that. This isn't something that I would have thought was like that important a couple years ago. It really wasn't, even though I knew that these things were good for you. I didn't understand it on the level that I do now. And I think getting out of some of that pain and brain fog and pulling myself out of there, you know, little by little, and adding these things in as I felt I was ready to, has been huge for me. That's pretty much like everything that I can think of at this moment. I know that there's going to be so many things that I've missed and everything, because it's impossible to put all this into a video, but I wanted to get this out there so that people have been asking me here and there, writing me like, can you put out something about where you're at? And I was feeling really guilty, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I haven't put this out yet. But I also wasn't ready for it emotionally, or just my brain wasn't ready to put it all together. And I was really spending a lot of time to myself and needed to process all this so that I could get it together. Like, just the fact that I was able to like write it down and figure out what to do and put this all together has been a big step for me. So I hope that this answered some of your questions, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.